My Lappish adventure in search of gold brings me new friends and new challenges. Kasper von Wutenau, a geologist and a goldsmith, convinced me to take part in the Midsummer Gold Panning Championship.
If you're already here, so just do it.
A champion, Pia Mäkelä, trained me.
And big circle.
And now I'm dreaming of climbing the podium. But first I have to climb something else, a very special fell called Pyhä Nättönen. In Kasper's opinion, it is the most beautiful place in the whole of Lapland. And it's a perfect setting for talking about gold, its nature and just nature. The harsh, the wild, and in a way, the unfriendly nature of Lapland.
So this tree, this old pine tree, I estimate 450 years old. Still fighting against the age, so this last branch here is still alive. I think it got once hit by lightning. It may have been for 20 years already, half dead.
It is an amazing tree. But what's the record for a callow tree?
Oh, the oldest pine trees up here, they have 700 years.
Hey, hold on.
Yes, I do the same.
With every step up, you see the landscape change. It gets tougher for all the species to survive.
So this birch here, it may be 100 years old, I think so.
Really?
Yes. We are in such a harsh condition here at the timberline and above the Arctic Circle, so it doesn't grow much higher. And this is maybe also the limit of the snow cover, and it's driven away by the wind, and every shoots which are in winter exposed to the freezing winds, so they die off.
Lapland is truly a very special place. It is considered to be Europe's last wilderness, so it attracts nature lovers. And it is called the richest gold area in Europe, so it attracts prospectors.
And a lot of people ask where the gold came from, where's the mother lode. Tankavara, we stay on the root rock of a mountain chain, and this mountain chain is about 2 billion of years old here in Lapland.
There were tall mountains here?
Yes, look around, here are no high mountains like the Himalaya, like the Alps or the Andes anymore. So they had been eroded away through the last 2 billion of years. And finally, the ice ages, they shaped the surface. They scratched also the ancient river sediments, took it in the moraine, and finally the meltwater systems of the last ice ages, they concentrated the gold partly, and these are about 7,000 years ago. Normally in gold fields where there's gold in the rivers, as in our places here around in Lapland, so we are looking for the mother lode. And sometimes it's discovered, but here the setting is a little bit different. Geologists think that the mother lode is already eroded away. Right. So let's go there.
The Pyhä Nättönen fell is 508 meters high. Starting at the bottom from a pine tree forest, you don't expect hitting on a vast granite desert on the top. To me, granite is the heart of Finland. When I see granite boulders and blocks, I feel their ancient energy with my skin. In fact, granite is the most abundant rock in the continental crust of planet Earth. It is not a rarity, but the Thor formations are the large freestanding rock outcrops that always impress. This is amazing. They really look like the walls of an old castle.
It is a so-called Thor formation of granite. And the granite, when it cools down, after its formation, it cracks into quite a 90 degrees angle. And
yeah, they look like bricks or blocks.
Yes.
You're right.
Granite is one of the hardest rocks. If you try to hit it with a hammer, you are have to do quite a lot of work to disintegrate it. But it's very weak to chemical weathering.
No doubt, nature is the greatest architect. The whole granite experience was overwhelming, but I had to remember what I've come for: the gold. I had to have an idea of where the gold came from.
We have really to go back somehow like about 13.7 billions of years ago. Scientists estimate the so-called Big Bang, or better said, the expansion of the existing universe. Couple of millions or 10 millions of years later, the young universe, the first atoms formed, and they had been very small, hydrogen and helium, and gold is a very large atom, and so it needs tremendous amounts of energy to form. The first stage, it's a formation of stars in some more dense parts of the younger universe, so the gas began to gravitate more and more together to huge balls of gas which had been in the center so dense that the tiny atoms were pressed into each other and start a nuclear fusion process. So they fuse up and build up bigger and bigger atoms from these small ones, and finally the process ends at iron, which is still a quite small atom. But it is the most, it contains the less energy of all atoms. So what happens? The star cools down. It has not anymore enough radiation pressure against its vast gravitation, and this is the moment of the so-called core collapse. Instantly, in a couple of seconds only, something like a black hole or a neutron star, and in this so-called supernova energy flash or explosion, all other elements beyond iron are formed instantly and blasted out into space as cosmic dust. So violent is one of the possible birth of gold.
Gold came from space, if we
Yes.
make it shorter.
Yes, let's say everything came from space.
There are things made in China, and there are things made in space. Somewhere there, over our heads, tons of gold are formed daily, but only a meteorite can bring new gold to Earth.
In every meteorite there is a higher, far higher content of gold as in normal crustal rocks. Far higher.
So basically the first one who gets the meteorite is the lucky gold penner.
It's just the gold dropped from space.
On your head.
No, then we have no any more problems with gold panning or looking for a good spot or not.
Is there still a lot of gold left in the ground?
Yes, most of the gold is actually in the core of our Earth, because so our Earth formed of chunks of iron and silicates or rocks from space, some kind like meteorites of build up now. And in these iron chunks there is quite a lot of gold.
It makes me appreciate the landscape and the gold much more.
That's great.
Imagine a gold flake or a gold nugget concealed under the surface. It is 14 billion years old and it has never seen a human being. Your happy face when you discover it is going to be the first one that piece of gold sees. And many people go crazy over this fact. Predominantly, these sorts of people. Midsummer Gold Panning Competition is a local event. It's all about some practice and fun before the Finnish Big Championship and the World Cup take place. But don't get me wrong, these people are the golden fund of the gold panning crowd. See their hats? Each pin and every label signifies the competition they were in. Doing panning for only 5 years, the owner of Tankavara, Marko Touru, took part in over 100 competitions. Imagine how experienced these people are. And what do I feel being last in line to register for the competition? I feel like an imposter.
So Pia. Hi.
Now I need your name. You need to fill your names. Then we check which categories you will go.
Okay, I see that people actually tick a lot of categories. Some people compete in several categories.
Families, and they have 3-member teams, and they have different categories for over 70 years old, over 60 year old. Then we have a traditional pan.
Do I have to show you? Do I have to show you my passport?
No, I believe your name when you write it by yourself. I think I can't.
And my age.
No, I think you're not over 17.
Okay, so beginners, naiset, meihet, aloitteli. I have no idea what it says here.
Aloittelijat. That's
Okay.
your category. Beginner.
€5.
It's €5.
So how much can I win if I win this? Like €10 I can win?
You can win kind of medal.
Oh, no money involved in this one.
But the
Only
gold-
medals.
Yeah, but the gold you can keep.
The gold I can keep. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so
So just write your name here.
okay.
So €5.
Thank you.
And I will give you receipt. So good luck for competition.
Thank you. Sorry.
The Midsummer Competition lasts for 2 days and there are various categories to compete in. But the rules are the same for all of them. There are buckets filled with sand and there are gold flakes put inside them. From heat to heat their number varies, from 5 up to 12, and only the jury knows the actual number. The winner is the one who finds all the flakes in the shortest time. And guess what? Every lost flake brings you 3 minutes of penalty time. Oh yes, there is pressure. Well, guess what? I have the butterflies in my stomach. Maybe I need to do some breathing exercises, some pranayama to cool myself down. Of course, I'm very eager to get the gold flakes for my golden ring, but then suddenly, it's the competitive spirit that drives me. So the beginners were lined up for the next heat, and Pia was there for me. Moreover, she gave me her lucky pen.
Irina Green.
Is 3 going to be my lucky number? Let's see.
Kaijalla puttia vettä siinä puttiasta puhdasta. Up and down, up and down. 2. Push the bottom, Irina. Push the bottom. Okay. Thank you. No niin, onko kilpailijat valmiina? Lasit. Good luck. Take your bucket on your hand. Not yet. Don't take. Don't touch. 1, 2. No. Nyt. Now.
Hurry up, but no rush. This is the golden rule of gold panning. I did my dance moves, rolling and shaking, just as Pia has taught me. And my dear Pia, she was there behind my back giving me instructions. So sweet. I rolled and shook and rolled and shook, and I was pretty sure that I've messed it up. But then I saw the flakes, actually plenty of them, all over my pen. I did as I was told. I dried my finger, moistened it slightly behind the ear, and pressed against each gold flake to lift it up and put it in the tube. Being so scared to lose some, I checked again and again and again, letting Pilvi Nisela, Ari's daughter, press the button and walk out of the pool first. I got out the second. Okay, my first gold. My first gold. Hey guys.
How many?
I didn't count. Do I have to tell you myself? Can you count or?
What do you feel now, Irina? What do you feel now?
My knees are shaking. My muscles are tired. My spirit is up. I feel pretty happy.
Thank you.
So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I can pick them up and I'm keeping them anyway, right? Even if I'm not the winner. Okay, thank you. Oh, more water. We were waiting for the results now, and it turned out that Pilvinisala has found 8 flakes. No way. Congratulations. Okay.
Irina Green.
Okay, I'm the third. Number 3, and I'm the third. I get the bronze. Do I get the bronze? The results on the board told the whole story of our rivalry. Here I am, Irina Green, results, beginners. So my final time was 7 minutes, 11 seconds. If I would have found that 8th gold flake, my time would have been 4 minutes, 11 seconds. And it means that I would move from being number 3 to being number 2. But screw the if word. It's a trap. We should be happy with what we are achieving.
Raija Niitty, toinen. Ja 3. Irina Green.
Oh, that's me. Okay.
Other side.
Thank you.
This is totally amazing. Only a couple of days ago I knew nothing about gold panning, and today I have the bronze trophy, 3rd place in gold panning, beginners category, but nevertheless. But most importantly, I have this. This is my prize and it brings me closer to my dream, the gold ring.
On the first day of Juhannus tournament, there were more competitions for the experienced. Participants did their best and received their trophies. And I was so happy to be part of it. It was a great day, and by the end of it, I was anxious to know how much gold I have got, the exact amount in grams.
Hey. That's nice. Oh, hey, what you are doing here?
I saw the scale and then I thought that I have my competition gold. So this is actually a prize that they gave me, and this is my first gold. I'm trying to figure out how to weight it.
This scale, it's already like antique.
Antique.
Antique scale. So we can't trust for that scale now at the moment. And now in these days we are using the digital scale. So but if you want, we can use.
Yes, very much. I would really like to know how much I have here. Let's make a bet. You're a professional. What do you think?
0.2 gram.
0.2. That's not a lot, but let's check.
Let's check, yeah.
Oh, it was here all the time.
We have scale here all the time if people want to pay with gold. So
It is actually possible to pay with gold.
it's possible, yes.
I saw a small plate here saying that you can buy 7 beers for 1 gram of gold.
Yeah.
This is not a joke.
It's not a joke.
People do this.
Yeah, people do that.
It would be very bad to sneeze right now, yeah?
Yeah, now don't do any. And we see there's 0.4, almost half gram.
Yo!
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good amount of gold.
This is my first gold.
And congratulations for you. Third position and to get nice amount of gold. Also.
Thank you very much.
So, do you want to celebrate that with a beer example? Or
Oh yeah, sure.
I will take for you.
Okay.
Okay. Also, we have our own beer, our special beer. It's named Pascoli. It's mean the cold pan. Yeah, it's a dark lager beer, and it's made it for in our own recipe. And the bottle is customized, also special for the Tankavara Gold Village and the World Cold Panning Championships.
Keep this.
So, keep this.
Here I was, drinking with Marco again, having no idea that the second day of Juhannus would get me both drunk and naked.